I am on the road, but just wanted to drop in and talk briefly about today's Scorpio moon. We are winding up the current moon cycle, and as the moon is now in Scorpio, it comes full circle from where we began this moon cycle with a Scorpio new moon. So we are bringing completion and finalizing the work we have been doing in Scorpio throughout this moon cycle, or not in Scorpio the whole time, but with that Scorpio energy. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro vibe for Monday, December 15th. So the moon goes into Scorpio on Sunday at 7:50 p.m. Pacific time. And every time it goes into Scorpio, it also forms a square to Pluto in Aquarius. So those fixed signs, anytime the moon enters the fixed signs, it forms some kind of activation to Pluto. So that Pluto and Aquarius energy is with us. That conjunction of the moon to Pluto, not conjunction, but square of the moon to Pluto takes place just after midnight Pacific time on Monday, December 15th. So as the moon goes into Scorpio, we activate that deeper Plutonian process, and we do that work of completion of the Scorpio moon cycle. So Scorpio, just to recap, Scorpio energy is deep, it's intense, it's potent, right? It is stirring below the surface. So it is not what has fully developed or emerged or revealed itself, but it is what is hidden. So as we come in touch with those deeper places, those deeper layers of truth, the mysteries that sort of underpin our experience, as we deepen into that and awaken this Plutonian and Scorpionic energy, we tap into these deeper sources of what is moving and changing, and what is potentially coming into that place of fertilization. So not fertilization, germination is more accurate. So think about below the surface of the soil, the seed, right? The seed is germinating before it emerges to begin to sprout and show its leaves and begin to reveal a little bit more about what it's becoming. But of course, that energy is there below the surface before that happens. So this whole moon cycle for us has been about how we attend to what is germinating within us, what is transforming, how we need to honor and really dedicate time and energy to that deeper process of transformation and what is changing. So as the moon now comes full circle, returning to Scorpio, after beginning this moon cycle in Scorpio, we get a chance to look back over the moon cycle. How have we changed, right? What have we tapped into? What has been awakening or germinating within us? And how is that process of transformation going? Right? So is there some attention you need to give it as you reflect back and notice what is changing, maybe in ways you weren't, you couldn't have predicted, you weren't counting on. And with Pluto in Aquarius, we really are stepping into new territory in this much, much bigger picture. So this moon cycle is, because it also the new moon that began the moon cycle was in opposition to Uranus, so shifts in consciousness. Uranus is also the ruler of Aquarius, modern ruler of Aquarius. So Pluto in Aquarius is looking to Uranus to say, what's going on here? And Uranus is in Taurus, saying, not just are we getting outside the box, not just are we shaking up our our sense of what is normal, but we're also really shaking up that sense of stability in Taurus. Taurus brings us that feeling of reliability, dependability. So shaking that up. So this moon cycle really had and still has, although it's much more mature now, right? We're much deeper into this process at this point. It probably is no longer a surprise, but it is the unfolding of this energy. So what has surprised us this moon cycle? What has been changing? What we are learning how to manage or integrate, or have something new showing up, new information, new energies to work with, new settings, new situations. All of that is part of the process of how we work with this energy. So looking back on what has been changing, how you have been changing, what has been especially moving and unfurling below the surface, kind of the way that seed germinates before we see it. What are you noticing? How is it helping you understand yourself better? How is it helping you cultivate your own authentic truth? And the transformation that Scorpio brings can facilitate healing. It can be very healing if we are being honest with ourselves and acknowledging that the truth has a part to play in our healing path, our healing process. So, Persephone had to go on that journey into the underworld, and sometimes we have to go into the unknown, into our fears, into what our power is, right? Like, because a lot of times what we're really afraid of, right, is our own power. So how is that showing up for you during this moon cycle? Pluto in Aquarius is also reminding us that we are changing collectively and in society. So what is your role in that? How is your own truth connected to this bigger collective truth and for the community, for society around you? What is your role to play? Because as I was talking about in my Sunday video, looking at the Sagittarius new moon that's coming up here on Friday, we'll be taking this energy, this work we've been doing with this Scorpio moon cycle, and turn it into a deeper understanding and a story that we want to live, a mission and a purpose we want to fulfill. So we have to know what that is, right? We have to respect our own process and our own needs, have that sense of reverence for the sacred, for the mystery that is unfolding within, because it is informing us in that bigger picture, helping us to see what we can become and imagine and dream what we can do with what we know and what resources are available to us and what we're good at and what we're learning and all of that. So good time to look back and reflect on what you've been learning, maybe deepen into it, maybe give it some space as it integrates even more deeply for you. And the moon will continue in Scorpio tomorrow, and then later in the week going into Sagittarius as we prepare for that next new moon and the solstice coming up and the end of the year and all of that. So, and I do have mini readings available. So those are available on my website. I'll put the link in the description for this video. Great idea for a gift for yourself or someone else to get those highlights on what's big picture that you need to know about for 2026. So I will take a look at your chart. I will see what I see and what I think is important for you to know about and focus on. It's a mini reading, so it's just covering the highlights, but often that can be just so powerful to have that heads up on what's coming in 2026. And then obviously, if you need a deeper dive, we can do that as well. I'm Marina Orms, and that mini reading, you can learn more about it at either of my websites. Transformationalastrology.com is where I'm sort of transitioning over to have more content there. Astrologyheals.com is my main website where you can learn more about me and what I do and why I do it. All right. Thanks for being here. I am so glad you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you will today. Thank you for joining me. I'm here every day with astrology for unshakable self-care, no matter where I am. And we'll see. We'll see if I'm in the car again tomorrow. All right. See you next time. Bye for now.